Since Bocchi the Rock blew up, plenty of girls band anime have come and gone, but Toei Animation have quietly produced what may be the best anime of 2024. Girls Band Cry isn't just cute girls doing cute things, nor does it heavily rely on the usual tropes. Yes, it's your standard series about high schoolers forming a rock band, but the way in which it's done is anything but typical. It's a bold story that explores the consequences of pursuing your passions, and what makes everything come together so seamlessly isn't something you'd realize just by watching. With a lot of music-related anime, the voice actors will often learn the instruments that their characters play and aim to perform live, but rarely do we see the opposite. So what happens when you center a multi-million-dollar project around 5 girls with no voice acting and little to no band experience? It seems like a recipe for disaster, but for Girls Band Cry, it's what makes it so special. So let's dive into the absurd story behind the Girls Band Cry band. In August of 2019, series producer Tadashi Hirayama joined Toei Animation and was approached about making an original anime centered around music. Alongside the staff from one of his past projects, they began working on a story that reflected life in Japan at that time. Kenji Tamae was brought on board to handle everything music related, and with that, everything was needed to bring the project to life. Fast forward to June of 2021, and a real-life band project was announced alongside the anime. To distinguish the project from other girls band anime, they wanted to debut the band first so that they could carry over their popularity to the anime when it would start airing. Thousands of girls applied to the Girls Rock audition, but it was a struggle to find candidates who were both capable of voice acting and band activities. They struggled to find ideal applicants, and had a lot of pressure to compromise. But after 18 months of searching, they found the perfect core for the project. Similar to many Bushiroad anime, the girls signed on to a mixed media project, performing live shows and providing voice acting work on any future anime and mobile games. The band was named Togenashi Togeari. It's a nickname for a type of Japanese leaf beetle, specifically ones that have thorns on its rear end. In the anime, Nina picks this name for the band after seeing it on a t-shirt during a performance. Their nickname is Toge Toge, and that's what I'll be calling them for the rest of this video. Now that the main details are out of the way, let's take a closer look at the girls that brought this project to life. We start with Rina, the voice of Toge Toge and Nina. Like many other top J-pop singers, she fell in love with music through Vocaloid. They came across one of her song covers when she was 14, but despite her age, they saw the most potential in her over the other 10,000 vocal samples from other applicants. Rina only started singing a few months before being asked to audition, which is really crazy to think about. Yuri is the band's guitarist and the voice of Momoka. She started playing guitar in high school, but she never thought about a career in music until she was asked to audition while finishing university. On drums we have Mita. She got into music after hearing this King Nu ending theme. Mita only performed drums for 1 year in high school because of the pandemic, and she's actually from the city in which the anime is set in. Natsu plays the keyboard and has the role of Tomo. Her mother was a piano teacher, so Natsu didn't really have a choice as to whether she wanted to practice piano. By the time she was in university, she knew she wouldn't have time for music upon graduating, so she was delighted to join the project. Lastly, we have Shuri. She's played the euphonium since elementary school, but when she joined her high school's brass band, there was a surplus of people playing the instrument, probably because of this anime. So she switched to playing bass and got involved in a lot of competitions and local events. When Shuri initially auditioned, nerves got the better of her and she was rejected during the video screening. A staff member later stumbled upon a performance she had posted online without realizing it was her. They told Shuri to audition again, and this time she was accepted. It's crazy to think that all 5 members were scouted to join the project. They were all found through the covers they posted online, and it's clear that the casting staff actually prioritized finding talented musicians above all else. For the audition, each girl was given assigned songs to practice. Rina had 2, whereas Shuri and Yuri had about 6. They submitted videos of them performing these songs and received feedback. This process was done weekly for over 1.5 years before they were accepted on board. Some of these girls were university or working part-time, so it pretty much took up all of their free time. Although they didn't meet each other until the band was assembled, their chemistry really shows through their music. In April of 2023, Girls Band Cry was officially announced, and it wouldn't be long before the band began their own activities. Toge Toge released their first CD in July and continued to release singles for the rest of the year, all of which charted on Billboard Japan. Before having any live performances, they held a live training practice for fans to come watch them for free. 2024 kicked off with a new single and their first solo live performance. As the anime began airing in April, the band released their first album. Their second album was released in August. consisting of the show's opening and ending themes, some insert songs, and 2 new tracks that weren't used in the show. The girls band Cry soundtrack came out a month later, featuring songs from both Toge Toge and their fictional rivals Diamond Dust. Since then, Toge Toge have continued performing in Japan and are ending the year with performances in both Korea and China. They've also made some radio and festival appearances, as well as a halftime appearance at a J-League football match. Looking ahead, they're holding a special show with the real-life band from Mygo. It's going to be an IRL band battle, and just like the anime, they're still the underdogs. It's been a crazy year for both the real-life and fictional Toge Toge. Girls Band Cry wasn't even licensed outside of Japan for a while, given it's an original project that had no established fanbase or merch sales. Crunchyroll picked it up recently, and I hope that it helps the show grow their Western audience. Rightfully so, Toge Toge's music has performed very well in Japanese charts and received a lot of praise online. It's a pleasant soundtrack for a girls band anime. There's a great balance between the vocals and instruments throughout, giving each member moments to shine. Nothing out of the ordinary in the scope of J-Rock, but still a very fun listen regardless if you've watched the show. If you're not going to watch Girls Band Cry, you have to at least check out the soundtrack. But hearing the music alongside watching makes it way more emotional. The colorful animation does a great job showing what it feels like to both perform and listen to live music. Unlike other music shows, there aren't any eternal monologues or absurd visuals during the performances, so much of the viewer's focus is on the lyrics, and they are very well written. Take Emptiness and Catharsis as an example. They perform it at the festival, and it's honestly the climax of the show. The song reflects the girls' personal and collective struggles and serves as a means to let all these feelings out. The build-up to the scene is done so well, and it makes the performance so satisfying. Besides the music, the girls did a phenomenal job with the voice acting, despite them having no past experience. It took them around 3 weeks to record 20 minutes of footage at the beginning, but with the help of their acting coach, they could eventually record an episode in one go. In many ways, their growth in real life matched that of the characters they were voicing, which makes it feel all the more authentic. The future of Girls Band Cry seems very good. We're getting 2 compilation films and even a mobile game. A second season seems likely, but whenever the anime does come to an end, Toge Toge plan to continue on with their band activities. They want to be a reason for people to start playing instruments. I started learning guitar because of Bocchi the Rock, and Girls Band Cry has made me pick it up again. Girls Band Cry is my pick for the best anime this past spring, but also the entire year, and that's me throwing Frieren into the 2023 pool. I'm a music channel and not an anime channel, so there are plenty of other great videos that can explain why myself and plenty of other people feel this way. Let me know what you think of the band, and if you want to listen to their music, you can find a playlist with all their tracks in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching.